Good morning, peeps. Happy Memorial Day. I am out here at the Middleton Road Walmart. I'm going to run out to Middleton for this order. It's just like a small one. It's not going to be horrible. Anyways, I'm going to run it. I'm going to see what happens. I am looking for memorial monuments again today. And I'm also processing through some stuff from my church group, my small group last night. We are starting a study on evangelism, which I asked for. And the first part was, getting into some of the theology behind it. And we are discussing a missional God. Kind of having a hard time wrapping my brain around this one. Although it makes sense. God sent Jesus to the world. Anyone who believes in him, John 3:16. And then Jesus goes on to say that as God sent me, I am sending you. So yes, I get that. Jesus said, I'm going now, but we will send the Holy Spirit. I get that. It's just I've never really thought of it as Jesus on a mission. But what is a mission? A mission is being sent to go somewhere. So I'm processing that. I may come back to that as this day goes on. All right, I'm out here in Middleton, Idaho, and I just grabbed me some tiny tacos and a drink from Jack in the Box. Hashtag not sponsored. I had Spark that took me out here. I dropped him off, and then I was looking around for like a Veterans Memorial kind of thing. And so I checked a couple of the parks. I didn't find anything, so I went to the cemetery. Well, they were actually having a big thing going on at the cemetery. And I talked to a couple of veterans, and they're like, we don't actually have a veterans memorial here. But they said that, all of the tombstones that were flagged are veterans. So I walked around a little bit, took in the site. They had a military flyover. As I was walking out, they had a couple of police cars and a fire truck going through, with their lights on in honor. Anyways, it's a small town feel. It was really kind of nice. Anyway, so I have been delivering. I've been listening to my Bible app, the book of Matthew, and I'm trying to actually listen for what the mission of Jesus was. Now, we know that his main ministry was salvation for all the people. That's not something that you and I can do. It's just not. But I was kind of looking. I know that God sent him from heaven to earth as a sacrifice. And I know that while he was here, he had a ministry. Is ministry and missions different? I'm kind of trying to process through this today. Just kind of expand my thinking a little bit. Okay, like quite a few others, I've come to pay respects to family and friends. This is where my mom is. This is Cumberline Cemetery. This is in the back. The last tree right behind it. Gosh, I miss your mom. So, came out on Mother's Day. Dropped a couple of flowers. I'm not surprised that they're gone. But again, at this cemetery, you can see the flags. This is my brother. Passed away when I was a child. Appendicitis. I'm looking forward to heaven one day. get to hold that boy in my arms again. This one here, they've kind of cleaned it off. The Dorothy Hart. This is my grandmother. And I would love to actually get a tombstone here for her. She died about the same time my brother did. It was a hard year. Back here we have Joyce Crum. Joyce was my mom's best friend. Don't remember her very well. I remember when she passed away though. All right, I am at Carmeline. I'm probably saying it wrong. Coeur Cemetery over here in Nampa, Idaho. This is where my mom and my brother are buried. Anyways, I stopped and looked at some of the military tombstones, including a Purple Heart tombstone. So if you're not aware actually what a Purple Heart medal is for, it's for somebody who is either wounded or killed in conflict directly by enemy action. So somebody who was, shot, stabbed, landmine, whatever. Somebody who made the ultimate sacrifice. Yeah, that's what the Purple Heart was. And so I did find one of those in there. So it's a sobering day on this side, this aspect of it, because I am honoring the individuals today who have fought and died for our country, those who keep us safe. So, and then also my lost loved ones. So, happy Memorial Day, people. Just don't forget what it's about. All right, so I got an hour before my Amazon. So I only have time really to run like one or two food deliveries. So I'm picking up Wendy's and dropping it off. All right, so I did my one DoorDash, Wendy's. I went and sat right behind Jack in the Box for like 10 minutes. Nothing popped up. I got a couple of things I need to do bookwork-wise with my business. So I went ahead and I staged myself over at Amazon. I got to be here in about 20 minutes. So that gives me a little bit of time to do some paperwork before I hustle on over. But yes, paperwork is part of this. Okay, so here we have a 26 stop Amazon. If I run it in the order that they wanted to, I'm going to have potentially some late packages. So we have 15, 26, and 27. All of them are due by 3 o'clock. Now, this is a 1 to 4 hour run. So the ones at the end shouldn't be finishing up early. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through these, and then I'm going to come up here. Then I'm going to come over here. Hopefully I can get 15 before I need to finish up. So anyways, let's see how this works. We're going to start on 21, 22, and go. All right, so Amazon is done. It's about 3:15. Had I run it in the order that they wanted, I would have been a couple minutes late on the last package. Anyway, so I just kind of spun it around and did something different. And so it is done. Now I'm headed over. I'm going to do a roadie order It's going to take me out in the country. I've been in the town for too long. I need to get back to the country. So anyways, I'm going to go pick up PetSmart, run that up almost all the way to Ontario, and then kind of go from there and see. It's going to Ontario, and then I'm going to run it back into town. So I'm not going to stay up in the Ontario area. I got to pick up the lady from work at 6 o'clock. She's getting off a little late tonight because she's wanting Friday off, and she's working a little extra to make up for the hours. We have a wedding this weekend. It will be exciting. All right, so before I pick up PetSmart, which is back there, I'm gonna pick up some Chick-fil-A chicken strips for me. Shh, don't tell Scarlett. Scarlett can't know. So we have these dark clouds coming in. That doesn't look promising. Probably got ourselves a thunderstorm coming. Okay. So I've been going through this day. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon, evening kind of thing. We do have a thunderstorm warning coming through. There had some scattered rain, nothing too serious. Anyways, it's been a pretty good day. I'm doing Roadie right now. I've done some Amazon. I've done some Spark. I even did a DoorDash. I expect to pick up the wife from work around 6 o'clock. And then probably work after that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I want Friday off too, so we'll kind of see what happens. Anyways, so that's where I am work-wise. Now today, as you're aware, I've been doing kind of a study into Matthew and trying to figure out God's mission and how it's different from our mission. And I talked earlier about salvation. That's not something that we can do anything about except Jesus Christ. That's all that we can do. There's nothing else that we can do to win salvation. But what is the mission of Christ? What is the mission of God? And it has me kind of thinking along the lines of so Christ was, everything that he was saying, I mean, every word of Christ is just profound. It just is. I can't maximize it. I can't minimize it. There's just, it's beyond me and my capabilities of my brain to even classify it. So I will say that what he seemed to do to me, again, this is my interpretation and it should be taken as so, is that the majority of his ministry was treating each other well and pointing to God as the only way. And I think that is a ministry that we can follow. Treat each other well and point that God is the only way. I'll probably be back with more. Yep. That storm is all over the valley now. Yeah, but I'm outside the valley. I'm on the other side of the storm. I am headed to Parma again. I got to do this quick though. I already stopped and got my photos and everything on Saturday. But this last box is going to Parma. All right. So I picked up the wife. I brought her home. And now I just did a shop and deliver. It's a little tiny 4-item thing. Cake and some cupcakes. Milk. I think they're having cake and milk. But anyways. So I'm here. So yeah, I pondered today about the mission in the ministry. I consulted with my wife. She's kind of a Bible scholar. She loves to study. Much more student than me. So I talked with her. And I'm at this point, I'm kind of thinking along the lines of ministry is basically what you're doing for the kingdom, and missions is when you're actively doing an action of it. So you'd be doing missions in the same town that you live, just by going out, feeding the hungry, talking to the widows, talking to the orphans, bringing them food, that kind of stuff. This is all like the mission that we're supposed to do, the action that we're supposed to do. The ministry is when we're actually talking about who we are through Christ, what he's done for us, and, showing the glory of God and trying to just lead people to him. So that's the ministry, that's the mission in this little brain. If you feel differently, that's great. I'd love a comment on that. But yeah, it's been an interesting day. It's been a thought-provoking day. Hello. Oh, it's been a good day. It's late. It's 9:30ish, something like that. Anyways, I'm done for the day. I just got home. I think I made my goals for the day, or I got really close. So that's good. Overall, it was a good day. I did get to visit, a couple of cemeteries today for Memorial Day. And I spent some time with God today, and, I pondered on him, which is a good thing to do. I took some time to ponder on God. So anyways, it was a good day. Hoping that tomorrow is just as good. Until then, be excellent to each other.